Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what a day in my life looks like now that I've moved to Moscow. So basically a British expat's life in Moscow during COVID. And I'm working as an English teacher, an online English teacher at the moment for kids. And that's basically what I do from 3 to 6 hours a day. It depends on the day, depends how booked my schedule is. And also later on, I have an online group Russian class, because at the moment I'm learning Russian twice a week. So I'll show you all of that. But first of all, I have work in like that starts in like half an hour, so I do need to make breakfast. So I'm going to be making toast and scrambled egg for my boyfriend, and I'm making some cottage cheese and sour cream for me. Also, just a side note, we don't actually have a toaster, so I kind of toast the bread on a fry pan, so there's that. All of the cookers in Russia are like super hard to turn on, so you have to like use a lighter and like turn it down and then hold it for ages. It's quite tricky, so you'll see, like that, and then I just hold it on and then hope it doesn't turn off, because if it turns off I'll have to do that again. I need to wear like a dark blue t-shirt, so I'm going to change into that and then start working. Yeah, how are you? Happy. Yes, good job. I'm happy. Well done, Sean. Do you remember what this is? Find the square. A square is a shape that I see everywhere. Wow. Very good. Very good, Sean. Is it a square? No, no. So I've got like a 3 to 4 minute break now. I've actually only got 1 minute because I spent so long setting up the camera. But first of all, as you can see, I use the fridge as my backdrop. You only can see like this much of the screen. And second of all, today's schedule looks like this. So I started at 12 and I'll finish at 3:30. As I said earlier, like I usually have between 3 to 6 hours. It really can depend on the weekend. It's usually more 5-6 hours. Not really 6 hours, actually 5 hours. I think that's kind of my limit. But yeah, I've got a class now, so I'll talk to you after this class. I've just finished that lesson. It was super fun. It was with like a new regular student, and she found me so funny. It's so cute because I have a lot of kids that are kind of, they don't really enjoy the lessons too much, and that's just because they're very young and they don't concentrate, so it's quite difficult. But it's always fun to have a student who really enjoys it, who finds the songs and the games really fun and interactive. That's what I just had. Anyway, basically what I've been doing every single day for a week now is taking off one lesson off my schedule, just so I can take a breather, have a snack, wash up. So that's basically what I have right now. So I'm going to be washing up the dishes from breakfast, clearing up some stuff, having maybe a cookie, some chocolate, whatever, to get me through the day, because we have a relatively big dinner, so we don't actually have lunch. But if I do get hungry, or if my boyfriend gets hungry, we will have some leftovers. So we have some leftovers of Russian plov. And I'll show you that. So it looks like this here. It has some chicken in it, some carrots, some onion. It's actually the first time I made it. My mum made it loads growing up. But yeah, I made it for the first time myself, which it actually turned out very well. So it's pleasantly surprised. I'll definitely be making more of that. If you do want any recipes for me to do a video on a specific Russian recipe, do let me know, because obviously I've been cooking a lot of Russian food and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to be washing up now and go back to work. A very useful feature of Russian houses, as well as Italian houses, I think I mentioned that in the San Remo apartment tour that I filmed during the summer, but both these countries' houses, in the kitchen, they have these like drying racks above the sink. So basically, instead of you having to awkwardly put it on the counter, you know, to dry it, on like some sort of drying rack, there's one here and it's completely out of the way, so you have all this space to like cook on and prepare food. But then when you want to dry up, you can just put it out the way and it naturally dries, and then you just put it away later on in the day. Super useful, and there's lots of space to put dishes and cutlery and cuts and whatever. Super useful, so I appreciate this because it saves a lot of time, so I don't have to dry up. So I just accepted like a pop-up on the app I work on for teaching, and basically someone needed like a last-minute trial, so I accepted it. You have to be really quick because you're competing with other teachers who also want the trial, and yeah, I managed to be quick enough, so I got the trial, and I haven't had a trial in ages. And a trial is basically when you do the same sorts of lessons with like loads of kids and hope that they buy the package so that I become their teacher. That's basically it. So yeah, I managed to get trial. Haven't got one in ages because I just have regular students now, which is great because you get paid more, but also you don't get as many points because there's no chance of you selling a trial because you've already sold the trial. Anyway, if you are interested in my work, I have a video about making money online, working on Palfish because that's the app I use, and I'll put the card up here because that's what I do full time. But yeah, you can learn more about it if you're also interested in working online as an English teacher. I have a very short break right now, but I wanted to show you it's snowing right now. Look at it. It was a little bit heavier earlier, but I can watch it from my window, and I kept on showing the students like, oh look, it's snowing, and they loved it. So I finished teaching, and as you might be able to tell, it's quite dark now. We're heading out now to go to the bank and also to buy some ice skates, and this is what I'm wearing as there's a lot of snow at the moment. So I've got my big snow boots, and this is the look. Here we are. I'm just here to collect my new card, my Russian card, so I can make payments and stuff. So let's go. As you might be able to tell, it's snowing again, and it's quite warm today, relatively. So as soon as the snow hits the ground, it's melting, so I feel a bit over the top with these boots. But yeah, it's quite pleasant actually right now.
Yeah, I like them. And look at yours. These are our new skates.
We just got back to the apartment now, and I've got a couple things to do before my Russian lesson. As I mentioned at the beginning, I've got a Russian lesson today. So the first thing to do is to put a wash on, and then I'm going to be making dinner. And by the way, I'm talking a little bit quieter because, as I mentioned in my last video, the card's up here by the way, it's like a Russian apartment tour. As I mentioned in that video, all learning in Russia is online at the moment, apart from for like kids. So for all university students, for everyone else, all adult learning, it's online. So my boyfriend's having his lectures at the moment, so I'm going to be a bit quieter and you might hear it in the background. But yeah, I'm going to do the washing now and then move on to dinner. For today's dinner, I am making a recipe I've actually personally never made before, but I've had a bunch of times and it's so good. So basically the other day when I was going shopping, I told my boyfriend Luke, I was like, I'm really craving your mum's enchiladas, can I have her recipe? And she sent it to us. So the name of this specific recipe is called green enchiladas, or enchiladas verde. I'm definitely mispronouncing that, by the way. The ingredients are chicken breasts, water, garlic, onions, which I forgot to buy, salt, carrot, chilies, which I couldn't actually find in the shop, tomatoes, like green tomatoes. I just got red tomatoes because I couldn't find green tomatoes. Cilantro, which I've got in the fridge, I'm going to take out at the end. Oil, tortillas, oh yeah, my tortillas are up there. Thick cream, they actually say to use creme fraiche, but I'm going to be using sour cream, and you can add some grated cheese on the top, which again is in the fridge. I'm going to take out at the end because it's just to top it off. So yeah, I'm going to start making this recipe, and here is the method if you're wondering. That's wonderful, my camera won't focus on that, but yeah, do let me know if you want a specially dedicated recipe video for this, because it might turn out really well, it also might turn out really badly. So let's have a go, shall we? While I cook, I like to watch some light entertainment, and I am loving at the moment Bad Tenants, Rogue Landlords, and you can watch every single season, every single episode on YouTube, so it's great. So I just love watching that and cooking, and it's the way I switch off for the evening. finished making dinner and I had a couple problems. First of all, I already knew this to begin with, but I didn't have a blender, and you need a blender to like blend the tomatoes to make it like a sauce, but unfortunately I didn't have one, so I ended up just adding the liquid, which seems to have evaporated, so I hope it isn't too dry. Second of all, I bought beans to put inside just as an additional thing. It wasn't in the recipe, and you need a can opener to open the beans, which I forgot we didn't have. So yeah, those are the two little things. So hopefully it tastes okay. I'm going to top it with some sour cream. And as you can see, I've put a lot of cheese on top because I had a feeling it was going to be dry a little bit, but hopefully it tastes all right. How is it?
Very nice, very moist. The sour cream is nice on it. I like the tomatoes on the top rather than all being inside. Makes it taste really fresh with the coriander and everything. Needs a bit of hot sauce, but other than that, banging.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, babe.
Вместе они пара. For example, b, p, v, f.
Va, vu, va, ri, vam, vil, vum, von.
Алехандро.
Фо, фу.
Да. До встречи. Здравствуйте, до встречи. Георг, как отвечать, как...
So that's basically a day in my life. I really hoped you enjoyed this sort of vlog style day in my life video. If you'd like to see more of these types of videos, do let me know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to see more content about living and working in Russia. Anyway, see you next Saturday. Bye.